Do you have tight hamstrings? If so, you might very well have stiff arteries. And that's because of a study that came out that showed that people with poor trunk flexion also had arterial stiffening. Our arteries need to be very flexible. They need to be able to expand and contract to pump blood throughout your heart and throughout your body. However, our arteries become stiff with age, and that's because of what I call the 5 S's. And that's number 1, saturated fats, number 2, sugar, number 3, sodium, number 4, stress hormones, and number 5, sitting. Yes, sitting. Those prolonged bouts of not moving actually impairs vascular function and leads to arterial stiffening. In this video, I'm going to show you how to test your lower extremity flexibility, and this could give you an indication of whether your arteries might be starting to stiffen. This is called the chair sit and reach test. So sitting in the chair, sit at the edge of the seat, extend one leg straight out, and position your foot so it's at a right angle. Place both fingers, your middle fingers on top of each other, straighten your arms, leg straight, and reach forward. And you want to make sure that your back is nice and flat. So you are hip hinging and not rounding to get closer to your toes. So again, middle fingers on top. Take a deep breath in, exhale out as you reach forward, and hold. And if you have an assistant, that person can use a ruler to measure the distance between your fingers and your toes. Perhaps you're beyond your toes and they could take that measurement. Taking those measurements is a good way to monitor your progress. So again, middle fingers on top, straight leg, exhale out, and reach forward. The goal is to be able to reach your toes. And you may not be able to reach your toes at first, but with practice and stretching those hamstrings, you can improve. Here's one exercise that you can do to stretch your hamstrings. There are many different exercises to stretch your hamstrings. And this one is using a little resistance band. So place the band under the ball of your foot, straighten the leg, lean back in your chair, and point your toes, flex your foot, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And now flex, really pull those toes towards your nose, lift your leg a little higher, and hold. So try to hold this stretch for 30 seconds. If you're 60 and over, ideally try to hold it for 60 seconds. And then lower. So be sure you test the other leg and then stretch the other leg as well. So by stretching your hamstrings every day and stimulating the artery, as well as reducing your intake of saturated fats, sugar, and sodium, and reducing your stress and moving more, you can improve the health of your arteries and your overall cardiovascular health.